Special Education Placement by Joshua Gorman, Jordan Nash, and Rodney Smith. The determination of appropriate educational settings and supports for students with disabilities aiming to provide access to general education curriculum while meeting individual needs. There are two main placements in special education placements: out of district placements and in district placements. These are special education placement, continuum of educational placement, regular classroom with accommodations and modifications, regular classroom with pull-out services, home education options, least restrictive environment, separate schools, and separate classrooms. There are other additional types and styles of student placement. Several are here: general education classroom, general education classroom with accommodations and modifications, and co-taught classes. Some more additional types of styles of student placement are research pull-out and push-in services and special day classes, mild, moderate, or severe. There are also these styles as well: emotional disability classes, county classroom or regional programs, deaf, blind, and visually impaired classes. And the last of the programs are non-public school, residential placement, and home and hospital instruction. The benefits of special education placements. A student being correctly placed decreases their likelihood of negative outcomes. Correct placements have been shown to reduce absenteeism and reduce the chance of dropping out of high school. The flaws of special education placements. A student being incorrectly placed can lead to the regression of academic performance, decrease in social emotional well-being, and a decrease in social integration through communication and other life-related skills to become successful in life. Special education placement, CEC, and ECE standard connections. Correct special education placements relates to CEC standards 2, 4, 5, and 6, which covers knowing students on an individual basis and creating a safe and productive learning environment, knowing what a student's strengths and weaknesses are, and their general understanding of curriculum is essential for determining where a student should be placed. Here are some special education placement real-life examples and stories. Rodney Smith. He's a paraprofessional in an emotional behavior disorder class. He recently had a student transfer from an autism unit because of his behavior. He has limited vocabulary and sometimes won't speak. We have units specifically designed for his need. His academic progression has slowed due to him not receiving the needs listed in his IEP. We don't have the personnel to help him progress academically or socially. This is an example of a flaw in a placement. Here is another life example from Jordan. At the beginning of this school year, a new student joined my class who had not been at my school this year prior. He came from a school that did not have a self-contained classroom, which means he was in a general education setting where his needs were not being met and little data was collected on him. After he joined my class, we were able to assess him in a different setting and determine what the correct placement would be for him. He was then placed into a new program that could better suit his individual needs. Then there was my story. As a paraprofessional in my third year in education out of 8 years, and currently a special education teacher, I experienced a student who was a part of a flawed and incorrect placement. This student was experiencing severe social and emotional and behavioral needs that were not all being met in general education settings with accommodations. This student was later placed in an in-district program for behavioral needs that I had the opportunity to be placed in with the student as they transitioned and was able to see both sides. She began to succeed and have the needs met that she needed in the in-district behavior program.
Created using Powtoon.